AAA gaming has been decaying for a long, long time. Games have been focusing too much on live action services, hiding stuff behind paywalls, and really bringing the community down. And then in steps Space Marine 2 Warhammer. And let me tell you, this game proves that developers and AAA gaming is still here and still kicking ass. As you can see in the background, I've got some awesome footage going on of one of the early missions, so it's not to spoil it. But look at how good this game looks. If you're a nerd and love Warhammer like I do, this just hits all the right buttons and hits all the right triggers for you. If you've not played it, I highly recommend you go and play it. It's absolutely fantastic. It shows, as I said, that developers, when putting the time and effort in, and putting that magic in, it absolutely feels fantastic. This isn't just another Warhammer game, it's a love letter to the fans, a huge middle finger to the lazy trends we've seen from other big publishers. It's polished, it's packed, and it's delivering more content for free. Free PvE missions, new enemies, a full-on horde mode, competitive multiplayer, and best of all, the season pass is purely cosmetic. You don't even have to buy it. It doesn't change or affect the game in any way, shape, or form. No overpowered weapons putting you behind the power curve. No stupid, unrelenting map packs hidden behind stuff. The game is here and it's free. Just a full, badass experience straight out the gate with more on the way. And for me, that's what makes Space Marine 2 so exciting. It's not just a great game, it's a statement. It's proof that the talented team with enough time, enough freedom, and a clear vision can still create something that absolutely slaps. Now, let's talk about the story mode, because that's where really most people are going to be starting off with to get to the basics. Because Space Marine 2 isn't just a mindless power fantasy, although, let's be honest, it's an incredibly satisfying game. It takes the lore seriously. This is a continuation of Captain Titus's journey, picking up years after the events of the first game, except now he's different. He's no longer just a space marine. He's been turned into a Primaris, a new breed of genetically enhanced warriors in the Imperium. While that makes him even more powerful, it also raises a question about loyalty, trust, and identity. You can feel that tension right from the beginning, as you can see here in the background. The characters are almost judging each other. The Imperium has changed, the universe has changed, and Titus, he is struggling to find his place in it. The game doesn't hold your hand with lore either. It trusts you. It drops you straight into a bleak, war-torn galaxy. And instead of over-explaining everything, it shows you the horror, the decay, the never-ending war against the Tyranids, chaos, and even bureaucracy within the Imperium itself. The cutscenes are beautifully directed. The voice acting is top-notch, and the pacing just right. Every mission felt like a chapter in an epic story, and the further you go, the more you want to know. It's one of the most immersive Warhammer narratives we've had in a long time. And it doesn't matter if you're a hardcore 40k fan or a total newcomer, it works either way, and that is the key. You do not have to know a lot about the background to understand this game. It helps you, it gets you involved, and it just absolutely plays fantastically. I love the Tyranids coming in and you've got your chainsaw sword and you're cutting through them, the quick reactions when you're jumping in and slicing them in half. The game, it feels fantastic. It doesn't make you force you to do boring, follow this person for ages mission or follow this, or it just gets you into the game and says, go and kick some ass and have fun. And that is what we've been missing from video games. That go and have some fun element. Call of Duty, it's a lot of the same old stuff. The campaign just feels very much like a, here we go, we know you're not going to play it for too long, so we'll just put a bit of effort in and don't care. Whereas this, people are like, there is a multiplayer game, but we know people are going to be loving it for the campaign, so let's give them something to want to play, want to go back and do. And this is what I've done. I've obviously finished the campaign, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and play it on a different difficulty, record some footage for you guys, and just look at how good this game looks. Just look at it in the background. You've got the tanks rolling through. Obviously, you've got your own squad of Space Marines following you. It just is absolutely fantastic. Gameplay wise, oh man, this is where Space Marine 2 absolutely crushes it. The combat is just meaty, it's chunky, it's the perfect blend of weight and speed. You feel like a walking tank, but you're still agile enough to dot between enemies, leap in the way of fray, and turn entire swarms of Tyranids into blood mist with a single sweep of your chainsword. But it also reminds you to be careful. Some of the bigger enemies, like you're seeing here, can still pack a punch and still damage you. So you have to be careful. And as you go later on and do different enemy types, you do have to almost change your play and how you focus on those enemies. And that's where it gives it fantastically. It doesn't just go, here's a campaign, it's easy from start to finish. You're a Space Marine, you're a badass. It throws new challenges at you, makes you think, well, how am I going to do this one? And that is why it's a perfect blend. And it's absolutely fantastic, and that's the magic. It's empowering, but not brain dead. You're constantly managing health through brutal executions, switching between ranged and melee based on your position, ammo type, and enemy types. You might get mowing down cannon fodder in one moment, then using your plasma gun to blast armored warriors into the next. And when things get really intense, like when the dozens of pyramids swarm you from all sides, it turns into a beautiful ballet of chaos and carnage. The sound design, top tier. Every bolt or shot echoes with deep, thunderous crack. The chainsword roars, explosions shake your screen. You feel every single hit. You see the gore, and it never gets old. Whether you're holding the line solo or in a full co-op, the moment-to-moment gameplay is just endless fun. And obviously, not a lot of games do for you that co-op option anymore. This one does it perfectly well. You can join in with your mates. You can do the campaign. You can do PvE missions. It is absolutely fantastic. Now, obviously mentioned a lot of AAA games now just get full of season pass and paid expansions, or content that makes you behind the power curve if you don't pay. This game, this is where it really, really shows that AAA developers can still do a job. I want to give pause and give Saber Interactive a huge shout out, because the post-launch content model for Space Marine 2 is honestly incredible. Everything you want from a live service game without the shady monetization. Let me break it down. We're getting new PvE missions for free, new enemies free, a full horde mode where you and a squad face off against endless wave of pyramids. Yep, that's free too. Even PvP content, new modes, new maps, all free. This isn't a half-finished base game with a roadmap designed to milk you dry. This is a complete experience at launch, with extra content being added to keep things fresh. No paywalls, no early access nonsense, just value. The only thing you're paying for if you want to is cosmetics. That's it. Want a new helmet, a cool armor pattern, a gold chainsaw skin? Great, that's the season pass for you. But actual gameplay, that's untouchable. And honestly, this feels like how games used to be. You buy a game, you get the full experience, and everything else is just an icing on the cake. And this is where Saber Interactive have nailed it. Bringing players constantly coming back with new stuff for free, not hiding anything behind a paywall, not making you feel behind the power curve when you go online. Everything for free. Go and have fun and keep coming back and playing the game. And do you know what else is good? What makes it even better? The devs care. Like, genuinely. They're not just pushing out content out of obligation, they're crafting it with passion, with love, and most importantly, with community feedback in mind. People said they wanted more co-op, we're getting it. People wanted a competitive multiplayer scene that didn't suck, it's happening. People worried about microtransactions ruining progression, they straight up addressed it early, made it clear that cosmetics are optional and gameplay will never be paywalled. And let's not forget, they delayed this game. They waited until it was ready. They didn't crunch it to hit the final quarter. They didn't try and help improve and look good for shareholders. They didn't launch it in broken and then patch it later. They said, hold up, we want this game to be right. And when was the last time a AAA game did that? It's clear that Space Marine 2 isn't just a contract job, it's a passion project. And it shows in every frame, every swing, every bolt round. The devs are fans and they're building this game for fans, for the gamers. The big picture, Space Marine 2 is more than just a Warhammer game. It's more than a shooter. It's a reminder that AAA studios can still make great games if they focus on fun instead of funnels, if they focus on immersion instead of monetization. This game that makes you feel like a god of war, but still respects your intelligence. It gives you hours of content, intense replayability, and more on the way, all without turning you into a walking wallet. And in an industry drowning in soulless sequels and empty promises, Space Marine 2 stands tall like a fortress of hope. It's loud, it's confident, it's brutal, and it gets right in on almost every level. Honestly, this could be the blueprint, the gold standard for how big budget action games should be built going forward. So here's my advice. If you're sick of being burned by live service trash, if you're tired of overpriced DLC and soulless rehashes, if you want a game that gives you the goods and then gives you more, support Space Marine 2. Play it, share it, talk about it, because this is how we encourage studios to do better. This is how we get them to listen to us as fans. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more brutally honest takes, Drop a comment telling me what you think Space Marine 2. Have you played it? Are you hyped for the court missions? What's your favourite weapon and so forth? Let's talk below. And until next time, praise the Empire, purge the Xenos, and remember, AAA gaming ain't dead. It just needs a chainsaw to the face to wake it back up. Bye-bye, guys.